Welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled, Is the Cure for Cancer Found in Your Own Backyard? So the question is it possible that there's a cure for cancer, at least certain forms of cancer, in the herbs and plants in one's yard? Now, anyone who knows me at all would say that, Danny Myers, it doesn't sound like you at all. I always like quoting in the Science Times that the good research, the proper research, is a gold standard double-blind study, randomized studies, where thousands and hundreds of thousands of people are tested, where the tester and the testee doesn't even know if it's a placebo that's being administered. And you're going to talk about Chinese medicine, herbal medicine, different mixtures of herbs that could possibly cure cancer? Are you going to ask such a question even? And the answer is yes, I will ask such a question. There is a fantastic article about Dr. Yair Maimon, an Israeli, where he's been working for over 20 years on this question, where he always maintained that there's been traditional herbal cures that can actually help cancer, alleviate the symptoms of cancer, the pain of cancer, and other things like that. But people laughed at him. He said, till you have proof of what you're doing. And in the world of science, proof means proper studies, double-blind studies, randomized studies. Till you do that, Dr. Maimon, please, you could go ahead and stay on the outskirts of medicine. You're not with us. Recently, November 2018, he presented to members of 90 countries in Paris, the UNESCO headquarters. The fact that it's UNESCO connected to UN, so that's a bit of a condemnation, but what are you going to do? And they wanted to hear what he has to say. And he's been researching this, working even with Harvard professors to show the medicinal benefits of various cures, of various herbs. The one that he's working on is LCS 101. That's a specific herbal mixture. And he's been trying to show that instead of manufacturing new kinds of cures for cancer, it's found in the herbs if you find the right mixture, sometimes at least. That's what he's claiming. One could Google Dr. Yair Maimon. One could Google LCS 101 and see the research that's been done. My point here is not to go ahead and tell a cancer patient to do this, to that. That, of course, one has to work with his oncologist, obviously, and daven a lot, and do whatever one can to improve one's health based on the doctor's recommendations. My point here is just like we want to go ahead and have proper documentation and research and studies, I think sometimes it could be a knee-jerk reaction against traditional healing because we don't have any backing, I reject it, and wait a second. Let's look into that with the same objectivity that we're looking into the new cures. And not only that, not only is my message that we hopefully could be objective researchers and try to make sense of any possible cure to any disease, and we're not going to emotionally and instinctively reject something because, oh, that's old. Or that comes from China, or whatever the reaction may be. But something else I want to stress. What this approach is saying, what Dr. Yair Maimon is saying, is that Hashem put into the creation many, many cures that need to be tapped into. Now, wait a second. Don't we say every week? I always say, not a week goes by where there's not new discoveries about the health benefits of fruits and vegetables and plants. So many natural things that Hashem has created And we just keep reaping the benefits and finding out more about them. So what if someone says there's also medicinal benefits, not just health, that it keeps your heart healthy, keeps your lungs healthy and your muscles healthy by having a good blended diet of all the things that Hashem created, but there actually be medicinal benefits that can actually cure diseases. Philosophically, is there something wrong with that statement? On the contrary, he's saying that just like we say Barati, Yetzirah, God created the Yetzirah, and he created the Torah as the antidote. So God created human sickness that's part of reality for whatever reason. And built into nature are many cures, maybe not all, maybe only a percentage. What's wrong with that approach? So to me, no, I'm not abandoning my love, not of the Science Times. Anything connected to the New York Times I cannot love. But the science section on Tuesday, I do love that to a great degree, insofar as it gives me an exposure to all the science. And yes, I like proper studies, I do. But never go ahead and have a knee-jerk reaction against a medicinal benefit of herbs just because it's ancient. Because especially if there's proper research, and if it shows that there's benefits to it, then philosophically, we could say, Marabu Masecha Hashem, Hashem, how great you are. That built into the creation are so many cures to our ailments. It's Hashem. We should always be blessed with the ability to research this world Hashem gave us with Chachma Bina Das, and with wisdom, and with objectivity, and may we be able to always harness what Hashem created to benefit us in a meaningful and productive manner. Shalom.